Hi, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Spartan Sports Report here on TV3. And as you can see, Sam isn't here, but Ron WYLIE is. And Ron, half of the broadcast team at TV3's Spartan games. Ron, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you. Always a pleasure to be here with you.
And we have the
and
head coach, the athletic director at CHS.
Glad to be here again.
Brent DUNCAN joins us, and he's got a lot of news, I understand. So
we'll see what kind of questions you ask.
Well, first off, it was a great game with Noblesville. Spartans needed a victory.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you look at the teams we've lost to, and we've lost to some pretty good teams. I think the last time I checked, the records were 41-10 amongst the four of them. So, but after the first half, I wasn't so sure. So, made a little adjustment, whatever coach said at halftime, and came out a little bit better. They didn't make their shots, and we played some better defense, and things turned around.
Yeah.
So,
Ron, what was the turning point in your opinion?
I just think they capitalized on their mistakes. That's something that CHS didn't do that first half. They didn't capitalize on the mistakes. They cut down on their mistakes. CHS did. And it was just the defense picked it up. And the belief in this is a team that beat, we got to understand, this is a team that beat Zionsville, the #1 ranked team, on Zionsville's floor by 19. Yeah, they had one of their guys out. Yeah, they had Zionsville had one of their guys up. But still, that was a tough team. Their record was very deceptive at 5-5 at the time. You talk about the 10 losses. That 5 of them, would have went with Noblesville. But it was just a very good victory. The boys played like a team. I mean, they dished it around, and
everybody knew what they were supposed to do and did it.
Yeah, they did. It was one of the best victories I think I've ever seen from a Kerry Brown coach team.
The 9-pointer was 60-51 final.
Yes.
That's like 120 for us.
Yeah, right. Especially when we only scored 22 in the first half.
Yes.
You know, it was 15-15 after one, and then we were down 34-22. And I thought to myself, oh, geez, we're going to get blown out. Kerry's right, this team is good. And we said no. The boys said no.
Yeah, 38-17 second half makes a difference. So.
Makes a huge difference. So.
That's great. I mean, the kids really responded to Kerry at halftime, and I think they knew a lot was on the line to get a victory because they've had some defeats recently that they're trying to show that they are a better team than that.
I mean, sometimes you can have I don't know if there's ever a good loss, but there are better losses than others. So.
Yes, that's right, sure.
Hopefully we've learned some things about ourselves, and of course 2 of those games we didn't have all of our troops in order because we were missing some of our kids.
That's right.
That changes your rotation and changes your depth, and other kids have to step up, and so maybe down the road that'll pay off for those kids who got the extra experience.
They can win a ball game like that. It was a triple header. How the freshmen and JVs do?
The JV lost. I never heard about the freshman score.
I didn't hear about the freshmen either.
So I didn't see anybody come in and cheering. So I would say they might have been on the short end, but no one really told me.
Okay.
Yeah, you talk about cheering. What's amazing, and I mentioned this when we were making our comeback, the faithful that were there, I think we had more our guys than Noblesville had home crowd. That was my impression.
Well, I sat up behind at the top, but it looked like our bottom section was pretty much full.
Yeah.
Their section was not full, so I'd say we were pretty close to being at least equal, if not better.
Yeah,
that's not unusual for Spartan.
Not at all.
Spartan fans to show up. I mean, I know the opposition looks forward to not the Spartans beating them, but for the money that they collect.
We usually bring a good fan base, so I'm sure they make a good little payday off of it.
That's so, yes, I look forward to.
I like Noblesville. They had good concession food, so those Indianapolis schools always have.
It's the main thing you look for, right?
Well, they have Chick-fil-A, so I like that.
Well, it was a great win for the kids, and congratulate them, and let's hope there's some more right around the corner for them.
Yeah, let's hope we all have that for all of our teams. The gymnastic team goes tonight, so let's hope they can get off the victory tonight. So
we go to Batesville for the next ball game. That's an important conference game. Batesville's down a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's a hard place to play. We've gone down there when they've been down and not played well and come out on the short end of the stick. So I think they broke our long conference win streak about 2 years ago down there on a Hail Mary here or there, and
all the kids put their shoes on one at a time. So it's even at the beginning, so we'll see what happens. But
that's what they say. I can predict the score before the game starts. It's 0-0.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So, but it's just a matter of kids doing what they're supposed to do, and it doesn't matter what sport it is. Showing up.
EIAC seems loaded this year.
I'd say top to bottom, it's better than it has been the last 4 or 5. So.
Yes.
So it's going to be a fantastic. And I mean, just thinking ahead, just think of the sectional we're going to have. That's going to be a phenomenal sectional. I'm sure you're already preparing for that.
Mentally.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Speaking of the sectional, the girls' sectional will be shortly, and in fact, the draw is this Sunday, I believe.
This Sunday. I don't know exactly what time the draw is going to take place. I haven't looked. It's probably 5:30 or 6, if I was guessing. But we'll find out Sunday afternoon who we play. And the girls' going to be at Greensburg, so that's where we can tell you it's going to be. Just don't know what days yet. So we're going to meet next Tuesday to discuss the draw with all the teams down at Greensburg. So Coach and I will be down there next Tuesday.
In the sectional, it's mostly conference teams with the exception of East Central, right?
All 7 of us minus East Central. So.
And it's for girls too?
Yeah, girls. Nobody's just 17 sectional.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that. I was thinking that.
One of us will get the bye. Hopefully it'll be the Spartans.
Well, that'd be great. Right now, who's got the best record?
East Central does, but of course they're not in there. So I think Rushville probably has the best of amongst them still
they're
coming.
Doing pretty good. Yeah.
But all the conference schools that we've played, and we have 3 left to play. And, Franklin County tonight, and Rushville on Saturday, and East Central next Thursday. But we've been in every conference game, so that leads you a chance to believe the girls will have faith in themselves. That's a good sign. Yes. They got a chance to win this thing.
You mentioned earlier about you don't think of a good loss, but the girls have had some losses that hopefully will, whenever they're in that similar situation later on, can turn the corner.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, and we've talked about that with Coach a lot. And I see a lot of improvements in the last 3 years in a lot of areas. And as I told her, I said, I know they know what to do now.
Right, yeah.
And now it's just getting it accomplished, and sometimes we don't get it done, but you can see they know what to do with it. It's just getting it. Now it's learning it's learning how to win again, because they haven't done that for a while consistently. So.
Well, that game against Union County that we did was the first game we did this year. Unfortunately, it was this late in the season, but they really played kind of the same way the boys did on, it was kind of a close first, and then they just took over. And they played probably the best that I've seen them play in a couple of years since Coach Harder's been with the team. That was an impressive victory.
Well, I think we're getting there, and it's just a matter of time. And, for Coach, it's been the first year she's had a good summer with him. So hopefully we get through this. She's getting ready to start a little 6-week dirt road league for little kids starting in February. So she's going to have the same thing that Coach Brown has with the boys. So hopefully they'll get as good and as big, and then, get a chance to do some things in the summer. But hopefully we make some noise in the sectional.
Yeah.
Cut down some nets in about a 2-week period.
Dangerous team.
Well, I think we can play with anybody that's in there. We'll find out what Rushville has on Saturday night, which is senior night for the girls. So come out and support the girls on senior night, and we'll go from there.
Coach Harder has a good program in progress for the kids, and they're responding, and that's the important thing.
A lot of people want to judge on what she's doing right now, and we all know that it takes enough time to get your kids through your system and bring them up that's gone through what you want them to do, and sometimes that takes 4 or 5 years to really get
Well, look how long it's taken Kerry Brown to build a boys program that he has.
Yeah, he didn't come in. If you look at his first 3 or 4 years, they weren't stellar consistently, and now that he has what he wants in place and the expectations, and I think she'll get there, and the girls who'll accept it will buy in and do what they're supposed to do.
Sure.
Those that don't like it will find other things to do in life or other sports to play. So.
Well, it's great to see improvement for the girls because they've worked real hard, and we wish them the best of luck in the upcoming sectional. So.
Yeah, hopefully they'll go down to Franklin County tonight and steal another conference victory and knock off the Lady Wildcats. So I'm going to go down there and keep the scorebook here in about 2 hours.
Yeah, Franklin County's a pretty good team, though, aren't they?
Well, I haven't looked at the records or anything, so I try not to peer too far down the road. So, but I think if our kids come out and play hard, and I think we have all of our kids back in the fold today because we've had some that's been out, and hopefully that'll be a benefit for us when we get ready to go down there.
This is a makeup of a game that was postponed.
It's supposed to be last Friday, but I think we had about 11 kids in the fold total from top to bottom, so a lot of sickness last week, and some kids out that had to come back to school on Monday. So, well, actually, it would have been yesterday, but they came back today. So.
Yes.
Could go back to practice yesterday, so hopefully we'll all be back in there today.
Well, good luck to the Lady Spartans tonight. Hope they get themselves a win because it is a conference game too.
It'd be nice to move up into conference tanks, and then the girls' gymnastics team's taking on Richmond and New Palestine tonight at the high school. So we're going to watch a little gymnastics at 6:30. I'm sure the girls will be excited to have you come out there and watch it.
I hope they will. Their gymnastics doing pretty well.
They've only had one meet, so the meet with New Pal and Richmond, and for us, was postponed because we had quarantine issues on our side. So we've rescheduled those kind of separately. Tonight was just supposed to be with Richmond, but New Pal's going to come and join us tonight. And then Newcastle will come back when we play Muncie Central, or where Muncie Central was supposed to be down the road. So,
got to be tough with all the COVID, with all the sports that you have. I mean, how do you do?
Well, you just go to work and hope nobody calls you. We got one call today, and our freshman boys game on Thursday got postponed because of our opponent, but was able to get on the horn and got a different opponent to come in Thursday. So we're still going to play freshman basketball on Thursday. Just
good.
We'll be playing Union County on Thursday in the field house with the freshman boys. So just a matter of time, and hopefully you get lucky.
How beneficial has that field house been to your athletic program?
Well, I mean, everybody thinks with the basketball court center, but I think the biggest benefit is for our out-of-season kids that have a place to go hit baseballs and softballs and pole vault and long jump, and tennis has been in there, and so lots of different. Soccer can spread out and use the 2 floors, and baseball and softball hit on the middle courts, and then they got fielding and throwing going on the other court. So it's been a benefit more, hopefully, for our kids that didn't have a place to do that in the wintertime in the past with enough space. So obviously we put dirt road in there on Sundays, and we play our freshman basketball games out there and our varsity volleyball games out there. But I think the overall benefit is just the things that the kids can do more out of season where they didn't have those opportunities with facilities.
I've not been out there. I need to go out there and check it out.
So you can come out tomorrow night. Freshman boys play. Yeah, tomorrow we play. I don't even remember who we're playing out tomorrow. I forgot off the top of my head.
Not Union County.
No, Rushville. It's supposed to be tomorrow's Rushville, and then Union County's on Thursday.
Oh,
so.
all right.
Let's check the schedule for this week at CHS at a middle school. The middle school girls, by the way, will be at Greenfield Central, and the middle school boys home to Richmond at 6 o'clock on this evening. Other field house, just mentioned talking about the field house.
It's not at the field house, though. It's actually at Spartan Arena, so it'll be back at the middle school tonight. So don't show up to the high school for the middle school game. Go to the middle school.
Gymnastics home to Richmond, as we talked about, at the old CHS gym. They have a 6:30 start. Wednesday, the middle school girls are home to Muncie Southside at 5:30, the Spartan Arena. The boys' middle school will be at 5:30 at Franklin County. Boys and girls freshman basketball home to Rushville. Is that still on?
Just the boys. Rushville doesn't. Neither one of us are fielding a girls' freshman team right now, so just the boys.
That'll be at 6 o'clock. Yep. On Thursday, the middle school girls will be at Greensburg at 5:30. The boys freshmen, you say that, is that on basketball?
That's on, but it's now with Union County and not Centerville.
Centerville. Okay, that'll be in the new field house, did you tell me?
That is in the field house,
okay,
yes.
Good deal. And swimming will be at New Pal at 6 p.m. That's important for the swimmers to go to New Pal. Isn't that where the sectional is?
Yeah, we try to go there every year just to get them in the pool.
I thought so, yes.
Kind of like Joanne does with gymnastics. She goes to Columbus East every year because that's where the regional is, so we get to compete on their equipment. So
and New Pal gets the swimming because they have 8 lanes, is that right?
8 lanes and great seating.
Right, yeah. New Pal comes out pretty good in swimming.
It's a great facility.
Lady Spartans will be at Pendleton Heights, 6 and 7:30 for ball games.
We'll be there.
Saturday, the middle school basketball invite, Spartan Bowl, boys freshman, the EIAC tourney. Where's that at?
That's out at the field house.
Okay, that's good.
And then there's 4 games back to back to back.
Great. The middle school wrestling will be at Delta at 10 o'clock in the morning. The Lady Spartan basketball home with Rushville at 6 and 7:30, and the Spartan at Spartan Bowl, while the Spartan boys basketball at Batesville games at 6 and 7:30. So a busy week for the bus drivers.
Yeah, well, that's okay. It's good for our kids. So.
Yeah, we were driving to the game in Noblesville in the TV3 van, and we saw the Express coming on one. We thought, well, are the boys going to be in the Express? And apparently they weren't. So then we got
a big bus.
Yeah, then we got behind a smaller bus, and they turned off before. I thought, well, where are they going? You know, because we were right before we got into to Noblesville, they turned off. And like, did they know a way that we didn't know? And so, anyways, it was yeah, you're right. You got to coordinate all that too, don't you?
Well, with the help of my secretary, Katrina Harris, and Daryl Drew, they take care of all that. So Daryl does all the signing of us, and she puts all the requests in.
Do you, I mean, I know they have a middle school athletic director, but do you oversee all that too?
Yeah, in conjunction with Trent Liggett.
Sure,
so,
yeah. So. Wow, I don't know how you do it. Every time we talk, it's like, man, it seems like I do more and more than we ever know.
I asked him to check the miles of how many miles we use. They use getting to the ball games with the Spartans, but
every time we're somewhere, he's always there, and it's like,
nobody's come up yet with the answer of how many.
Well, I can't add.
Could be in the thousands. I don't know.
Easy.
I mean,
my mileage that I drive. My mileage that I drive to game. Probably 5,000 or more a year.
No fooling.
Yeah.
You watch most of the games.
I see quite a few of them.
Yeah.
Football, basketball. Try to get all the conference things.
You get along with all the athletic directors every place, okay?
As far as I know, I do.
I just
Did you expect him to go, no, I can't stay in
place? Or...
No, I haven't been banned. I try to find a spot and mind my P's and Q's, and as my parents told me, mind your P's and Q's.
The boys in the Eastern Indiana Athletic Conference are in top spot with Lawrenceburg, 3-0.
Yeah, that's with a little Kerry mentoring going on with that guy. So,
and we have 4 conference games left for boys, I think.
Yeah, we still have to play
tonight,
County,
or this week.
Batesville, Lawrenceburg, and East Central.
Yeah.
The girls have 3 with Franklin County, Rushville, and East Central left. So.
Lawrenceburg would be a pretty good ball club to be in 3-0 right now.
Well, they've been solid the last couple of years, and then I think Cutter will do a good job with him. He's worked with Kerry, and he's run his own programs, and
the Spartans
kind of sad to see him leave when he left, but he has aspirations to be a head coach.
Spartans continue to win in the conference and bring home that championship is what we hope.
Let's hope we're still in it when we get to that last couple games.
Lawrenceburg, I know, we'll have the 2-year anniversary of the big blackout, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
2 years ago when we went to Lawrenceburg and somebody cut a cable or something.
Yeah, crashed a car, I think. But I remember that, right? It started going out one light at a time.
Yeah, flickering, and then all of a sudden it
just went dark.
But black.
Yeah.
That was quite an evening, but Spartans came away with the win. Yes.
Yeah.
We could all get our phone lights out and just...
Right, that was amazing. Yeah, that's right.
So hopefully nothing like that, because that will be an away game for the Spartans.
You said the new coach of Lawrenceburg is Kerry Brown?
Yeah, he's our JV coach for...
Was he? Yeah.
Cutter.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
He's been there. This is his second year, maybe? Second year, I think?
Yeah.
I think it's the second year for him, yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's, it's nice to have a coaching tree.
Well, let's just hope we take care of beating the youngsters. So.
You don't want your...
proteges.
That's right, because nobody beats Bill Belichick or Nick Saban.
Till this year.
Very rarely, that's right. So. That's right, till this year. You're right. Yeah.
Spartans had some pretty tough teams coming up, though.
Well, I'm not sure we have between the boys and the girls, I'm not sure either one of them have easy schedules.
Gosh, no.
So, you still have Lawrence North and Jennings County, who's solid. And
Mount Vernon's tough.
Mount Vernon and New Pal, and so it's a good schedule.
Yes, it is. Great schedule.
And the girls isn't any easier. They're heavy loaded in the beginning, so then all the conference kind of comes towards the end. So, but if you want to have a chance to be successful down the tournament trail, you want to play good competition throughout the season so that you get an idea what it needs to be like. So this week's a good example for the girls. Play Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Oh,
and
that's
sectional would be
sectional
would be Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. But,
so
and good experience. So
they'll be ready for.
Definitely need to buy then. The three this week and 3 possibly next week. They definitely need that by.
That'd be good because we got this week with 3, then we got East Central next week, and those are our last 4 regular season games. But then the tournament will start.
It could be 3.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, probably with 7 teams. So.
Wow.
What's the lineup for the sectional play of 1 game on Tuesday?
1 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday, 2 on Friday, and championship game on Saturday.
Okay.
So I'm hoping we're in the bye on Friday.
Yeah, that would be great.
So. That'd be great.
But the only problem with that is it's a long time and a long break, but you can get a lot of work in and some rest for your kids. So hopefully we'll get lucky and we'll find out Sunday. So.
Coaches look at it differently if they have a long layoff or if they play frequently, don't they? I mean.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you don't like to have too long a layoff because then you kind of get out of that little rhythm. So you just never know. Maybe sometimes it's best to play that right out of the chute the first night, get your jitters out of the way. So
yeah, top team is your top opponent, but you win that one, and that gives you a lot of confidence.
Yeah, let's hope. So.
Second time in 2 years that we've hosted a sectional, which was the first time in a lot of years. Are you hoping that we stay in 3A to get more sectionals?
Yeah, I don't think it matters where we're at. I don't know that we have enough enrollment, but I don't know where the cut line's going to fall either. So if they would have realigned last year like the initial plan was, we would have been right on the cut line. So we were 101 out of 404. So does that go up or does that go down? So
that is the cut line.
I don't know where that will fall this year, and there's a few more schools, so who knows where that number's going to fall.
I mean, when we were in the upper class, we never hosted a sectional.
Well, that's because every school in the sectional has to agree who's going to host, and none of us could agree. So if it doesn't get agreed upon, then IHSA just assigns it.
Oh, I hope they decide to have some more sectionals because there's no play. You know, we know we've been to a lot of gyms, and there's nothing like Spartan Bowl. Nothing.
Well, when Newcastle was in 3A.
Yeah.
They were. I mean, when they were in 4A, then we went
they
there.
Hosted, yeah.
And then when they dropped to 3A, then Richmond was the only team 4A, and we went to play with Richmond. So they've cut down their attendance, so haven't they?
Yeah, I think with their new seating design, and I don't think they have as many seats in the Training Center as they used to have. So
cut their capacity because they just.
If you've been there many times, the upper, we played there, and they didn't pull the bleachers out on one side behind the bench, and when we didn't come back, they didn't pull the bleachers out on either side of the floor, other than the bottom. They didn't pull the top ones out. So.
Yeah. Well, they need it when we come. They need to open.
Well, I hope we don't have to go back there. So.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah, right. We don't have. Hope we don't experience that.
Right. Again, nothing like Spartan Bowl because we are. Newcastle's bigger, obviously, but doesn't mean they're the best. They're just too far away from the. We're right. It's so intimate. So I maybe I'm biased. Who knows? But
we probably are. But that's okay.
Probably am. But there's nothing wrong with that.
Newcastle's a huge place, and I don't think if they had to rebuild today, I don't think they would make it quite that big.
No, because when we were there a couple of weeks ago. When we lost to them, I think we probably had just as many as they did, so you imagine what their capacity is if a team that doesn't travel.
Right.
I mean,
it's kind of dead if there's not a lot of people.
Right.
You don't hear the ball bounce. Right. A lot of noise. So
that's a good point.
But we travel, and we were just as much and just as vocal. So.
And the wrestlers were in the conference this past week. Unfortunately, we didn't have any winners, but we had a second and a third. And had 4 or 5 kids on the stand, maybe 6, so that's a good thing. So sectional's right around the corner in about a week and a half. And
wrestling team is doing pretty well, aren't they? I mean,
yeah, they've had a good season. We just got to get some more numbers, and I think
that's the key to
Coach Gonzalez and Coach Massey will help grow that because they got transit to the youth side of it. And a week from Saturday's the sectional down at South Dearborn, so it'll be a nice little trip down to the river again to watch the boys in a couple of weeks. And won't be long. We'll be at New Pal and starting swimming in the middle of February. So
talk about nearing the end of all the schedules. What about spring? When does it begin? What's the
early.
What's the first thing out of the chute?
Track actually starts in February. So
is that indoor?
Well, they do go to 2 indoor meets, but they'll get outside as much as they can. We'll start really doing outdoor things right after spring break or during the middle of spring break. So.
Where's there any indoor? High school?
East Central runs one at their place, and then we'll go. Well, we've gone to Anderson, but they're not hosting this year, so we're looking to get someplace else.
Is the field house big enough to maybe do some indoor? No.
No, the track's not.
Track's not big enough.
Not a regulation size track.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so you got. I mean, right now, they're practicing obviously if they start in February, right?
Well, they can do some limited contact time, but the official first day of practice is February 15th or. Whatever that day is. So.
Okay. All right.
We're going to start working out next week, so start running.
You talked about the wrestling earlier. The numbers are down a little bit. That kind of seems like it goes into
it ebbs and flows. I mean, and I think some of it's just getting them involved at a younger age and having the opportunity. And I think these 2 guys will get that going again. And being able to maintain kids from the middle school up to the high school. So in the middle school, you can actually play basketball and wrestle. So then some of them that are basketball players also move to wrestling, but then when they come to high school, they stick with basketball or vice versa. So, but you got to have numbers to be successful. So,
are you guys going to try to work something out where they could do both, or are they not allowed to?
Well,
play
it's
both?
just too difficult. Because the seasons overlap. Down there, the seasons don't overlap.
Oh, okay.
So they're just getting ready to start middle school wrestling and boys basketball ends this week.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah,
so there's an opportunity for them to leave basketball to go to wrestling. And maybe they're a wrestler who just happens to play basketball.
Right, yeah.
And that happens in the fall, and kids question why girls don't go from volleyball at the middle school to volleyball out here. Well, some of them go from volleyball to soccer because they'd rather play soccer.
Right.
So, or they run cross country in middle school, but they don't run cross country up here because they want to play soccer, or they want to play tennis, or of course tennis is in the spring for the girls.
And is it because you guys have more at high school level athletics than down at the middle school level?
Well, they don't have soccer at the middle school level unless they want to do AAU, and they don't. They have everything at the middle school except for soccer and gymnastics. So.
They have tennis too?
Started this year.
Oh, wow. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, that's neat. Good for them.
So, working on it.
Yeah.
What's the outlook for the sports, in your opinion, the spring sports? We have a lot of kids coming back, or
mixed bag of tricks.
A lot of new faces.
You just don't know.
Wait and see, huh?
What you think's coming back sometimes pans out, and sometimes didn't put any time in. And, we got a lot of the baseball kids back. We got a lot of the softball girls back. Track and golf are those individual sports that you just don't know. Are they going to come back out, or are they not going to come back out? So, and I think the pandemic, and I know I've said it before, has hurt those individual sports because maybe I'm your friend and you're the track runner, and I just like to be around you, so I still go join track with you. But I don't really like track, but I like being around my friends. And then I set out for a year. It's like, oh, I can still be your friends, and I don't have to go work out 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. So I think that's kind of hurt a little bit for some of our individual team sports. So I think now you just have the kids who really enjoy being in track, so the numbers have seemed to be down. So hopefully that'll change in time, but I worry that that's been a part of the reason why our numbers in individual sports are less, because now you just have the kids who really enjoy that sport and doing it.
And bowling is, they're in regionals, but they're still not a recognized sport?
No, they're not an IHA sport.
Yeah, but they're doing pretty good.
Yeah, they won their sectional, I think, or they might even run, but they're getting ready to go to the regional. So, and they did really well last year, and hopefully they'll do well this coming week. So.
Yeah, I got the build for that. So.
Well, there's enough schools in the state that have bowling. The problem sometimes is there's no school that has its own bowling alley.
Right, yeah.
And as we know, and not a knock on anybody, but when there's most bowling leagues, they're in the wintertime.
Right.
And the rules are if you bowl for the high school, you can't bowl in any other place or any other league. So that would hurt a lot of the bowling establishments with kids.
True.
So
yeah, it's true.
I don't know if that will ever pan out. It might. I don't know. I think girls wrestling's coming, but that's my own opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
What gives you that idea?
Because there's about 600 girls in the state wrestling right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think I read something about it.
So, and I think more girls would come out if they knew they only had to wrestle girls.
Yeah.
So that will mean no girls can be wrestling with the boys? They'll have their separate?
Not if you have the equal sport. You just got to wrestle in your gender.
Okay. So the girls that have been wrestling with the boys would have a head start.
Yes, I think they would.
Go too.
That little girl from Northeastern, I think she was, placed second in the Spartan Classic this year.
Oh, wow.
After the 106-pound class. First
Yeah.
time we've ever had a girl medal.
Yeah, some of those girls, I mean.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they get the job done. Well, Brent, thanks as always for joining us here on
Happy to be here to
this
talk about
evening
our
night
kids.
and talk about all the Spartans, and hopefully the girls will.
Hopefully we'll go down and bring home a victory from the Wildcats tonight.
The boys.
I promise I won't wear blue and gray down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're best to get in. I mean, I'm not sure that.
I'll get my red on before I get there.
Franklin County likes blue, so I think it's best that you change things. Thanks, everybody, for watching this edition of the Spartan Sports Report here on TV3. Good night.